Okay, so Regis Prograis is going to take on Jose Zepeda in a fantastic fight at 140 pounds for the vacant WBC super lightweight title, November 26th in Carson, California. Two southpaws, two top fighters getting it on. Let's talk about it.
I told y'all I'm the fucking real deal.
I feel I'm in my prime and I won the WBC world title.
These little boys that won't fought it cannot fuck with me. I am the best and I'ma keep proving it.
Boxing. Okay, so welcome back to the channel, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. November 26th, we get ourselves a great fight in the 140-pound division. As I mentioned, Regis Prograis, Rougarou, will be taking on Jose Zepeda. Now, this is an excellent fight. Both power punchers, really. Both looking to get their best scalp. We'll talk about that. And obviously, they're going to try to obtain the WBC super lightweight world title, which is vacant right now. I think Josh Taylor obviously vacated that after becoming undisputed. So we're going to briefly talk about the fight in this video and break it down a little bit. I'm going to do a video closer to the time, but essentially this is a superb fight. And you know, I mean, it's just when you have two guys that are like power punchers, they like to fight and they come forward and they can fight on the inside and the outside, really, both of them. Zepeda is coming off a superb, you know, 1-round KO of Jose Vargas. That was a brutal knockout.
And I just put the jab right together, and he got caught. He got caught with the jab right.
And then Regis Prograis is coming off a knockout as well against Tyrone McKenna in Dubai, I believe. And you know, they've got some good scalps on their record, but if you look closely, you know, Prograis, I've been a big admirer of his for a while. I think he's a fantastic fighter. I love the energy he brings inside and outside the ring. He's from New Orleans, my favorite city in the world. Absolutely magical place down there, and he carries himself with that kind of energy, if you know people from down that part of the world. And I just love his nickname. Rougarou is, for anybody that doesn't know, is like a mythological character down there. Although it's you know, there's some rumors and some sightings of such a beast.
I got something stirring up my chickens over there. Looks like something like a big dog. It may be a Rougarou, I don't know.
That, you know, it's like a werewolf type character, so I think it fits perfectly. I'm not sure what Zepeda calls himself, but it doesn't really matter. You know, these guys are, you know, looking to basically put the best name on their record, really. When you look at Prograis' record, as good of a fighter as he is, he doesn't really have that marquee name on there. You know, Josh Taylor beat him. Close fight. You could say if that fight was in America, it'd be up for grabs. But I think Prograis lost that fight, to be honest with you. Put up a hell of a fight, Prograis. Let's talk about the fighters quickly, like in terms of what they do and their style and stuff like that. Okay, Prograis, you know, he likes to fight. He really does. He's great on the inside. He can box on the outside if he needs to. He's got a pretty good slick jab. Up jab. He's got excellent head movement. His defense is actually, you know, I think his best attribute. He just doesn't like to use it as much because he likes to get stuck in. So, you know, this is a brilliant fight. And then Zepeda, obviously, he likes to rumble too. He had that Wild West shootout with Baranchek. You know, that was a crazy fight.
Hit that clean in his last two. When you have a big, strong guy like this.
Oh, and another
quick combination there. Now a left hook. Here comes Zepeda, pouring it off. And now Zepeda goes down.
And, you know, he shows his vulnerability. He showed his vulnerability. And Zepeda and Prograis both drop their hands a lot and both like to fight, as I said. So, and they both got power. So it's going to be entertaining, you know, despite the fact that they're two southpaws and you could get a weird fight sometimes with two southpaws. I think we're going to get a barn burner. And it's you know, it's going to bring out another 140-pound champion in a division that's absolutely stacked right now. So, but yeah, Zepeda, you know, he's a sharp shooter too. You know, he's got a good jab. He's a southpaw. He's got power, as I mentioned. He's got a lot of heart. His only losses to Jose Ramirez, and actually, interestingly enough, in that fight, he admitted after to telling his corner or something like he didn't think he was gonna be able to make it out the fight, something like that. It's a weird admission for a fighter to say, to acknowledge that they're basically on the verge of quitting. If I can find the footage, I'll pull it up. But nonetheless, that was it's always going to be a rough fight against Jose Ramirez. But I think he's in for a harder fight with Prograis. I really do. I think if I was to make a bet now, I would probably bet Prograis. He's very driven right now. He wants to get his belts back. He's been in the gym. I've been following him quite hard. And I can always tell when a fighter's hungry. He hasn't had his belt for 3 years now, and he's desperate to get a title back. And he's been keeping himself in shape. He's a pure fighter. He keeps himself in shape, trains extremely hard, loves to fight. He's a boxing historian as well. He knows his history.
I'm a historian. I know all about this. I know about the history. I go back all the way to the 1900s and the late 1800s and stuff.
You're a student of the game.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You might think, well, what's that got to do with anything? It helps. It does a little bit, to understand the standards of what the older fighters used to do and what to try to live up to, and just knowing the sport in general, inside out. He knows his boxing history, and I love fighters that do that, because, like I said, you gotta understand the past to really kind of get the standards. So yeah, I'm fascinated about this fight. Definitely mark this one down on the calendar. Let's take a quick look at the tail of the tape. So pretty evenly matched, really. Both guys are 33 years old. Both guys are 5'8". Zepeda's got the edge with the reach, and it's up for grabs. Really, it's an excellent matchup. And as I said, both southpaws, but I think that will kind of, based on their styles and based on how they like to get in there and mix it up. And Zepeda's been dropped when he's on the inside. He's also done some hurting himself. So, and Prograis, I haven't really seen him hurt, to be honest with you. He's got a fantastic chin. It always amazes me when you barely see a fighter hurt. I'd have to watch the Taylor fight back again, because prior to that he's been pretty dominant. So, and Prograis fought a hell of a lot of southpaws, okay, which might be one slight advantage. Again, I'll have to look at Zepeda's record a bit closer to see that stat, but if you were to put, if I were to put money on it right now, I would say a Prograis win for sure. He might get the stoppage, I don't know. I'll have to, like I said, I'll do a video closer to the time. But for now, I sound a bit hyped up right now because I'm trying to get more energy into these videos. But at the end of the day, it's a great fight. November 26th, I'll be watching. I'm not sure what platform it's on yet. I don't know, but I will be sure to inform you when I do the fight breakdown. I'm out of here. Peace and love. Have yourself a great weekend boxing on the edge. Take care of yourself.
I told y'all I'm the fucking real deal. These little boys that walk on it cannot fuck with me. I am the best.
I feel like I'm in my prime and I won the WBC world title.
Boxing.
On the edge.